With the tools available in the Adventures in Harmony Music course, it is possible to create a chord progression that is truly and uniquely yours in a matter of minutes. And the beauty of it is the progression that you come up with will be something that has never, ever been played by anyone else. It'll be truly and uniquely yours. What I want to do today is I want to use the tools to create an ending for a song, and the only thing I know is the melody note that I'm ending on is an E flat. So I'm going to give that information to the tool, and I'm going to give it some other bass notes that I desire to be in the sequence, and it's going to tell me what the chords are to fill in. Just so you can kind of hear the song I want to put an ending to. That E flat there is the last melody note, so I'm going to put a string of chords right here to end the song. So all I need to do is tell the tool, okay, the melody note is an E flat, and in fact I want to maintain that E flat for a sequence of chords, and I'm just going to tell the tool arbitrarily what bass notes I want, and it's going to tell me what the chords are. It's really arbitrary, what bass note you pick, and I'm just going to use a little bit of chromatics here. I'm going to say, okay, I want the bass note to go from A to A flat to G to F to E flat. And like I said, it's really arbitrary. So you tell the tool, those are the bass notes that you want, and you want the melody note to remain A flat, and it will give you chord choices that you can pick that fit that criteria. And I'm going to go step by step to kind of give you a brief insight on how that process works. So the progression I'm going to come up with, it starts on this E flat, and that E flat kind of maintains on top. And I said I want the bass to be A. Then I go down to A flat, down to G flat, down to F. And I kind of resolve out from E flat to B flat and have this chord here, this E, and resolve out like that. So the first thing I do is I tell my tool what key I'm in, and I just arbitrarily pick a key. I'm in the key of C, and I tell it, okay, I want the bass to be, the first bass note to be A. Now in the key of C, the A is tone number 6. So I tell it I want the bass to be on tone number 6. And the melody note, that E flat, relative to the key of A, is a flat 5. So that would be melody note flat 5. And I tell it to search, and it will tell me what the possible chord choices are that I have that meet that criteria. Here is the chord I chose. It's an A6-9 flat 5. It's a very pretty chord. That was the first chord. G flat, B, D flat, and E flat with an A in the bass. Beautiful chord. And I just repeat that process and just choose or tell the tool what bass note I want, and it will tell me the chord. So the next bass note I want is an A flat. An A flat is a sharp 5 in the key of C. Tell it is a sharp 5, and the melody note, which is E flat, relative to the key of A flat, is going to be a 5. So tell it the melody note is a 5, and it will find all possible chords that meet that criteria here. There's only 2 of them, or 1 of them here. And this is the chord here that I chose, an A flat major 7 with a very interesting voice in here that has that E flat on top, C, G, E flat, A flat. So I moved from that first chord of A down to A flat. And I'm just going to repeat it again and tell it what my next bass note is, and it will give me the chord. The next bass note is a G, and in the key of C, a G is a 5. So tell it that I want the bass to be a 5 as a G, and in the key of G, that E flat that I want to maintain on top is a sharp 5. Sharp 5. And what chord choices do I have? And I'm just gonna look at the first one here, a G minor 9 sharp 5. So that's where that next chord came from. So that gives me A flat to G minor 9 sharp 5. Like I said, very pretty. And I just repeat it again for the next bass note that I desire, which is going to be an F. An F in the key of C is a 4. So tell it I want the bass note to be a 4, and I want that E flat to remain on top. So relative to the 4, which is the F, the key of F, that E flat is a 7. So I want the melody note to be a 7, which is E flat in the key of F. Ask it to tell me what the chords are. And I'm going to go down here, and here we go. I think this is the one I chose here. This that was F minor 7 sus, F minor 9. I think that's the one I chose. F minor 9, or was it something else? Oh, I think there it is right here. It was an F minor 11. I like notes or chords that have a lot of notes clustered together. And let's hear that one. That's a G, A flat, B flat, C, and E flat with an F in the bass. So that was the next chord in my sequence. So I went from this A to A flat to G to this F minor 11. All very pretty and very easy to do with the tools in this course. And for the last chord, I just told it that I needed to have a flat 5 on top, and I wanted it to be an E chord. So in the key of E, a flat 5 is the B flat, flat 5 on top. And what are the chord possibilities? And the one that I chose here is just E 6 9 flat 5, and that's where that chord came from. So I have this A down to this A flat, G, that pretty F11. And then over to this E 6 9 flat 5, and I just repeat this process, and this works with any song. So the thing about this that makes it so great is you can use it on music of your choice, and it'll give you lots of possible chord choices. And for the last chord, I told it I wanted an E flat chord, and I wanted to have the 5 on top. A 5 is the melody note, 5, and the key of E flat is B flat, because I kind of changed it up for this last chord, and it will tell me the possible chord choices that meet that criteria. All the chords here you can see have a B flat on top, and the one which I chose, I think it was this one. Or was it this one? E flat major 9 add 6. Like I said, these are all very pretty chords. And that completes the sequence that we just worked on to end the song. And we just come on down with our sequence that starts on A flat, G, that pretty F11 to that E, and end on this pretty E flat major 9 add 6.